Hey everyone, welcome to Build Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in pop culture. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
I'm Lucas Pam. Hi, everyone.
Hey guys.
Today we're going to talk about what to do when your parents don't like your partner, Lisa Vanderpump's emotional goodbye from Real Housewives, and what factors go into making a sexy voice. Plus, actor, writer, and comedian LouLou Gonzalez joins the table. But first,
Guys, we're enjoying some pink gin cocktails featuring Boodles' new rhubarb and strawberry gin. Here to tell us more about it is the first female head bartender at the Savoy in London, Pippa Guy.
Woo!
So, Pippa, what do we got here?
So here we have the London lemonade, made with Boodles, rhubarb and strawberry gin, launching today in the US, which is incredibly exciting.
Wow, that's good.
I've come over from London to be a part of the launch. It's something particularly cool for me, being part from Britain, part from the States, so kind of bringing one of our products from the UK over to the US. So yeah, launching today on the Boodles website and on cask.com. And we're going to be doing a launch event this evening at Showfields, and then you'll be able to get it there for the rest of the summer as well.
And this just tastes like this. You didn't mix anything. This is so good.
Wait, you didn't,
Yeah.
Wait,
you
this
didn't
is
mix
it?
anything?
Yes, this is just the rhubarb and
poured in
strawberry
here.
gin with pink lemonade, and then garnished
No,
with
with
edible
pink
flowers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
oh, okay. I was like, this is so delicious.
It's amazing.
Wait, what is it? What in it is sparkling?
The strawberry lemonade.
Well, who makes the strawberry lemonade?
It was just a classic pink lemonade
Yeah.
that you can buy
get it
anywhere. Yeah,
Okay,
all
this
the
is
flavors.
really
This is my
good.
summer drink. I'm not messing around.
The
This
You're
is
Acting
so fresh.
really
It's
chill
so
about
good.
it, but it's amazing.
The impact that this has, the social implications that this has, this is incredible.
You've just changed our lives, Pippa.
very
Thank you so
good.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for these pink gin cocktails. And if you're in London, make sure to stop by the Savoy to try some of Pippa's drinks, guys. So good.
Rah, rah, ooh la la. Lady Gaga is officially launching her own makeup line called House Laboratories. The products are set to be released on Amazon in September, including an array of makeup for cheeks, eyes, and lips. Take a look.
The last thing the world needs is another beauty brand. But that's too bad. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but at House Laboratories, we say beauty's how you see yourself. Your glam. Your expression. Your artistry. We want you to love yourself. Our house, your rules. House Laboratories. Battle for your life.
Yeah. I'm into it. I like that she acknowledges the last thing the world needs is a new makeup line, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm fucking Lady Gaga. And it seems it's way different than any makeup line I've ever seen before. I'm totally into it.
I don't know if it's way different, but I think the messaging is important about
Yeah.
inclusivity, and I love that. It's very on brand. It's very true to who she is. But when I'm looking at, it's glittery eyeshadow, and it's
But
like,
it's Lady
Urban
Gaga.
Decay or any other kind of brand.
Yeah.
But again, why we buy things is the packaging, the branding. That's why we love Fenty Beauty, because Rihanna's behind it, and I think we'll love this because of the messaging behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the shot where there's two women and they both have Lady Gaga noses, and I just want to be running my fingers.
The Star is Born thing, that's how you know someone loves you and you just do this.
That's my favorite type of nose. The nose that has bump right here, and I feel like most people get nose jobs
They
and
do.
like, no!
Keep it.
I was gonna love you.
The signature bump.
That's
Yeah.
a good song. I was gonna love you.
I was gonna love
That's
you
an
before you
amazing
got a
song,
nose
yeah.
job. Yeah.
I was gonna love you.
I was gonna
How
love
would
you.
that go?
How would it go,
I don't know. It's beautiful.
I was gonna
Sing for
love
me.
you, but you got a nose job.
Wow.
I think something like that.
That was really
But
good.
Something like
she's clearly trying, Rihanna's become, I think, the world's, technically, according to Forbes, the world's richest female singer, largely based off her beauty line. So I think Lady Gaga is just rightfully kind of trying to cash in while, she's still hot. And this is Amazon's first official line, which I think is so cool. Amazon's taking over the world. We know Jeff Bezos is our master overlord. So why not he just take over beauty with Lady Gaga, right?
Why not? I think it'd be really cool if after this first launch, she does a second launch where she has more kind kind of like abstract things for makeup. Like I really still love that look where she added like points to her cheekbones.
Yes.
Born This Way look, yeah.
And I honestly would be so down to do more like transformative, just freaky ass kind of looks day to day.
That's kind of what I would expect from an older Gaga.
Yeah, I think it's still there. I think this is gonna be the first launch. It's gonna be kind of something we've seen before, and you know, Gaga always tries to surprise us. I believe in her, so I'm excited for the future.
I'm with you. They're starting with palettes and lip gloss because I think you kind of have to as an introduction and sort of build that base. But you're right. I think and the creative team behind it as well are people she's worked with over the years to create those looks that we love. So I'm with you. I think like we'll see it evolve hopefully as it goes forward.
But I want a new album. Like, I get why singers make these lines and stuff, but I want a new album for Lady Gaga. I think I need something. The Star is Born era was great. 100 people in a room. We loved it. We quoted it all the time. But I'm ready for the next age of Lady Gaga, which is the like music and the new looks. And like, that's what I hope this is the beginning of.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What?
I feel like she might be on this Rihanna path where she's like trying to get her own businesswoman on, and she's like, I'm gonna take a little.
She's a real musician. I love Rihanna, love Rihanna. But Lady Gaga is a songwriter, a musician, a real musical artist.
So Rihanna's not.
Rihanna doesn't write her own music. That's fact.
That's a fact.
Rihanna is a great singer, and I love her. She's great, but Lady Gaga writes her own music. So I'm really into like whatever Lady Gaga will do next.
Yeah.
I know, it does take a minute. It does take a beat, and I think that's like we're in this instant gratification mode where we get likes all the time. We're constantly having new content come out, but it does take time for her to like take a break, get out of the spotlight, think about her lyrics, and I respect that. So I'm being patient.
Right.
You know, if she does us like Frank Ocean and makes us wait a decade, then I will get angry. Frank Ocean, oh my God, he always has me mad. Like, he never
I just
puts
keep
out
listening
music.
to that first album over and over and over
He
again.
takes his time.
But this is a place where she can make money. We know like you don't make that much money in music unless you're touring, and that's exhausting. She's had hip issues. So she might be taking this time to just like make some money, build some, you know, stuff for the future, which you have to do, I think, in the music industry when you have that level of success. So good for you, Gaga.
We'll be patient. A new HuffPost article discusses what to do when your parents don't like your significant other. Let's break it down. I think the most important part of this article was just when, this article from HuffPost was just when it said that your parents not liking your significant other at the end of the day is kind of a moot point. Not that it's totally pointless, but at the end of the day, like, you're the person with that person.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's important to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to stay open to like when people are telling me things, like if they're bringing up red flags, like, oh, this person has like a secret life and another family. You should watch out for that. Like, you know, that stuff. But if they're like, I don't know.
I need more proof. Oh, here's a picture of their children. That's not enough. Like,
But sometimes if they're like, I just don't like them, they're not sexy to me, I'm like, well, you're not eating their genitals. Calm down. You know?
True.
You're not
like, just as you are an adult, you are the one eating their genitals. So you are the one that should make the final
They're
choice.
mine. Yeah.
So I'm kind of on both sides of this because I'm somebody who in a room, I'm really connected to the energies, especially if there's people that I love in the room. So if like my mom or my brothers didn't like a boyfriend, it would be really hard for me, I think, to get past that. Like it would be difficult.
Yeah.
But in my situation, the one boyfriend I ever took home, everybody loved. And then I ended up breaking up with him shortly after, and they were like mad at me about it.
Yeah, that's a thing too. But at the end of the day, what are you gonna do if the person you're dating isn't toxic or abusive, and people just don't gel with that person, but what you two have is great? Like, what are you gonna do? You can't control everyone. Also, are you gonna prioritize other people being obsessed with someone who like you don't feel as fucking jazzed about? Like,
No.
you know?
But it gets hard though if you're really close to your family and they have such severe problems with your significant other, or they are clashing with them, because then the significant other feels insecure, they feel mad, and that's when the person in the middle is the one with that person is like, I'm dealing with a lot right now and I don't know what to do.
This sounds exhausting.
This is like reminding me of this season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, and let's be honest, none of them are happy. Because like, all their families are angry with each other, they hate the people they married, and it's so much, and it takes a lot of communication and being very like mature about things, and a lot of people just don't want to do that work.
Right, and that's the thing. Some families are crazy. Some people have crazy, and there's a right to detach yourself. But there's always the stories you hear about. Oh, he met someone, she met someone, and then she never talked to her family again. She chose him, and that's usually never the right answer to like detaching yourself from your family.
Unless your family's horrible.
Unless your family's horrible.
Yeah.
And guess what? Some people are born into families that suck, and you're allowed to remove yourself.
True.
You don't have to just stay in that situation because it's my mom and dad. No, your mom and dad suck.
Right.
No.
That's why I think it's sometimes good to put the distance between. So like maybe if your family doesn't like your partner, that's fine if you live in New York and they live in Texas. Because it's like you're really gonna only have to bring that person around maybe once a year for a holiday. And it's like, who cares? But I do think if you live in the same city as your family, you have to constantly interact with them. It's important.
Yeah.
It's something that would
No, it is
make or break.
important.
It would make or break a relationship for me.
It's tricky.
I think personally.
Yeah, I think it gets 10 times worse when you have children, and then
Yes.
you all have to like come together as a family, and you're thinking about holidays and like visitation, and it's like, wow, this could be intense.
Yeah.
God, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
It is horrible. I have
It is horrible.
I have family who have had partners that we just they're the most vile people on the planet, and we had to spend like several holidays with them,
Ugh.
and it was like toxic and horrible.
I just could never. I would never want to be a part now of a family if they don't love me.
That's what I'm
And also,
saying.
I would never
Who
want.
doesn't love you?
Like if my significant other's family doesn't love me, I could never. I don't think fully
wanna be
love my
there.
significant partner if this family doesn't love me back.
significant partner.
Because because we have kids, we do whatever. I don't want to just be tolerated. I want to be loved.
Yeah.
I need to be loved.
And you're so lovable.
Thank you.
Do you think there's a way, though, if you do have this tense situation, to make it better? Like, what do you think would change the game?
I mean, definitely these like what the article suggests, like low stakes scenarios. Like, you know, it might be a lot to do like a week away with a family, but you could maybe go and get like a meal with them and kind of these slow, kind of easier ways. Because I at least find, especially when I'm meeting new people and family members of people I care about, when you're there for an extended period of time, you're sleeping under that roof, the pressure's on, the stakes are high, and it can feel really overwhelming and kind of just like, please someone blow this house up. But maybe if I'm just getting a meal, you're not gonna get into tense conversations.
Yeah. I do personally, and this doesn't work for everybody, but I'm a real one-on-one person. So when I have had tensions, or even if it's somebody new to my family and I just want to get to know them, I will be like, hey, do you want to go grab a meal? And just like, I think when you get to talk to somebody one-on-one without the context of like your sibling or whatever, and you get to see who they are, you're like a little more forgiving, I think, of things.
And you know what works for me every single time? Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'll just be rolling on Molly,
Yes.
and everyone is so nice.
It's true.
Yeah.
Those hugs feel extra good. Well, guys, now it's time for our Housewives Happy Hour. Lisa Vanderpump has taken to social media to officially say goodbye to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Take a look.
Okay.
Wow, that
Lisa
was
Vanderpump.
dramatic.
It was, I mean, this thing. She will always be one of my top 5 favorites. I will always have love for the Vanderpump.
Well, she'll always be one of my top 5.
She's always one of my top 5s. But this season, I think pretty much boils down to she got caught and couldn't handle the heat anymore. And the other housewives, and I think producers, were frankly very tired of her antics. And it was a cop-out. I mean, and she's gone through a rough time. Her mother and her brother have died, which I feel for her. But you know, you're part of a cast. She stopped filming. She didn't go to the reunion. She didn't want to be confronted. And I think, you know, we're Housewives fans. A lot of the OGs have been under fire this year. And I think it's for a reason that the OGs need to leave sometimes for the show to grow. And so though I will love Vanderpump, I'm excited for new people they will bring on.
You know what I always say? If you can't run with the big dogs, stay chained to the porch.
That's actually not a bad tagline.
And that's what I feel.
But I will-
Lisa Vanderpump.
Are you auditioning to take her spot? I feel like you're going.
That's a good tagline.
Yeah,
But like, I'm
we should get
sorry.
her.
If you dish it out, you best prepared to be served.
She did have some of the best taglines ever, though.
You're so sassy. Can you say that with a drink in your hand?
Yeah, do it.
To Cam.
If you dish it out, you better prepare to be served.
Ooh, that was good. And you do a spin and you hold your diamond
And
at the
imagine
end.
Sparkle's here, and then her name, and like a family member being like, me too.
I love when they still have the family members in the back. They don't do that all the time anymore. They're like,
I know.
I
but it's
miss
still my
that.
that was
favorite.
so retro
Avery
Housewives.
with like the dog.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
Well, Beverly Hills is the one that changed it, because then they started doing like glamour, glitz, like holding a
Has
diamond.
a bunch of men in leather, just like on their force.
Like, these are my pets.
Human centipede style. It's like,
Oh yeah, did you see that like live performance art video that's going around that we're like, oh, white people, and it's like a bunch of white people naked running in a circle,
Yes.
fingering each other's buttholes?
that did come
Wait.
across my Twitter
Have
feed.
you guys seen that?
Wait, what fraternity? What
Oh,
fraternity?
What fraternity?
All of them.
University of Texas. Yeah.
Oh, Kappa
Yeah.
Delta.
I just think enough is enough. It's been 9 years, and I think the longevity of these women on these reality shows, 9 years is pretty impressive.
Right.
I think for her personal development, she needs to get out of this situation.
I mean, seriously, I always say if you play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Oh my God, are you just speaking taglines now?
That's it. You have your
That's
own
it.
shit.
Wow, I hope Andy Cohen's watching right now.
Yeah, he always is, right?
He always is, yeah. He loves this show. He loves Bill Brunch. Yeah, I think with Lisa, I hope they put a woman of color to replace her.
Oh, they won't.
They
Yeah,
probably
they won't,
I
but-
think they'll try. They'll
try.
They'll have Kenan Thompson look and he'll say, "There's no black.
There's no black
women in Beverly Hills.
There's no black women.
I can't find any."
But I was like, we looked with just not enough black women who were just drunk enough to be on the
Yeah.
show.
Seriously.
Yeah, and then also another thing that happened, Lisa Rinna, who I love, and I hate when Housewives say this. She goes, I'm playing a character on
Why
the
do
show.
you hate when they say that, though? It's so true.
No, it's not.
Yes,
I've met so many Real Housewives. They are exactly the way they are on camera. Lisa Rinna saying this diminishes her on the show.
I don't think I hate to tell you. I
What?
don't think you know for sure.
I don't think you know for sure.
I know
I
people.
know that's so hard for you.
I know, but I know people who know her very well. Yes, I believe on camera she's maybe a heightened more.
course.
Of course, we all when we're performing on camera we're the most heightened version of ourselves.
Wait,
but
what? Are you not being yourself?
what?
This is
a
not the
character.
real Britney.
I'm
Oh
a
my
character.
God. I'm
What?
always being myself. I
Right.
really watched that video of people fingering buttholes.
You are the most
Wait,
yourself.
speaking of people not being themselves, can I just say something really quickly? I'm taking an acting class right now. Shoot me. I'll tell you about it later. But we did that thing where you go around the circle and you say like, "I'm Amazing Allie," or whatever. You
Oh, I
kind of
hate
give
that.
a first word to describe your name. This girl in the first class, she goes, "I'm Colorful Katie," right? In the second class, we go in and we're like, "Katie, hey, what's up?" She goes, "I'm not Katie." We said, "Why did you say you were Katie?" She goes, "Oh, I thought everyone was just making up names." She goes, "I'm Amalia."
Oh my God.
It was so weird. We all were like,
She's an actor.
You're weird."
That's
Wow,
weird.
Amalia is such a beautiful name compared to Katie.
I know.
I'm Katie.
She thought we were all making up names.
Wow, trust issues.
Seriously. Anyways, go back to what you're saying.
Anyway, I just think, Tamara from OC has said this. I know Andy doesn't like when they say this. I can totally get Lisa Rinna as an actress and she can put herself, but I think that's who she is. I mean, I know people who know her. She is crazy like that. Like, she's funny, she's lovable, she's a big personality. I think it diminishes her on the show.
I don't think it does, because in the same interview, she was like, "I've always wanted to be famous, no matter what it took. My husband is an actor's actor and cares about craft. I literally just want to be famous." So she's done what she needs to do to get famous and make money, which is be a extremely probably heightened version of herself.
Okay.
Which is what we want to see. That's entertainment. Nobody cares about these women if they're real.
Well, okay, I studied, anyone take communications in college who was a communication major? So Goffman always says there's a front region and the back region. The front region may not be like,
I didn't know they teach shit in communication.
They do. We
majors.
learned some stuff. You present to the world your truest self, what people you want to see, but it is still a part of you or whatever. It's
Are you
people,
talking about
and she
Jahari's window?
says it's a part of her,
Yes,
but it's a heightened
right.
character is what she says.
But I'm not saying.
What I
but-
always say is the eye is the window to the soul.
Yeah. But which eye, Allie?
The lazy one.
Ooh, God's eye.
God's eye.
eye.
Under his eye.
Oh, under
Under
his
his
eye.
eye. Praise be. Oh.
Blessed be his
Praise be.
fruit.
Blessed be his fruit salad.
Yum, 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 yum.
I hope Handmaid's Tale ends that way. Blessed be his fruit salad.
His fruit salad.
Handmaids go crazy.
They're all the ones doing that fingering circle. Blessed be your salad.
Honestly,
Blessed be your salad.
I'm still watching that show. If I have to do one more look of Elizabeth Moss looking to the camera like this, I swear to God, I can't do it anymore.
I know, they lean on that so much.
Lean on it a lot. Like, okay, we gotta convey that she is angry right now. So let's do a straight to camera shot. She's like, and her nose starts to twitch.
I hear she's just a heightened version of herself.
I know, that's true.
She's not playing a character at all.
That's just a high in America
Yeah.
That's
version.
just her.
I think it's still good.
Yeah.
That's just high.
I said that wrong. Anyways, what makes a sexy voice? A new HuffPost article breaks down the science behind the sounds that we consider attractive.
Yes.
Let's dive in.
Yeah, let's
Oh my
right
God,
in.
Yeah,
Shannon.
y'all
I-
think I'm sexy right now?
What do you think makes someone sound like really hot?
I like when like you could tell like they got like a lot of spittle, you know, like they got like a lot of spit gathering up in between the gums. Like when I hear like all that, like all those mouth sounds.
Yeah, like when they smack the gum. When they smack the gum, like
yeah.
I love that. It turns me right on.
So good.
Turns me on like a light.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like
take
a
me
fucking
now.
light.
Take me now. I want to suck out your tartar, you know?
Lay me on the floor. Lay me on the floor. Fucking
the
do me.
floor?
Do
Oh my
me.
God,
Do
no.
me on the kitchen floor.
No, be careful. Be careful.
It's like coffee talk right here.
I'm so turned on.
Yeah. Brittany, look, she crossed her legs. She crossed her legs. Now you know the way to Brittany's pants.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh
a
my
thick
God,
Like
I'm
New York
so
accent?
happy.
Sweating. That was so
Oh
hot.
my, I am so excited because I
Wow.
just was staring at her butt earlier. She's wearing very tight jeans today. It's a problem.
They're too tight though. They're cutting off circulation as
so
we're sitting down.
tight.
No, Brittany was like, look at my
jeans are so
hairpin, and like
tight.
literally
Yeah,
sticking out her
she
ass.
was like,
I want to look professional but fun. My jeans are tight. Where's my daddy?
He left when I was a baby.
Daddy.
Ooh.
Daddy.
I love playing the
You know
distant.
what I mean? She be fucking.
Oh, yeah. She fucks in windmills.
Yeah. Oh,
Twice.
like the Bachelor.
Twice.
I love the distant daddy game.
I love
What a great game. We love playing that.
I love
raspy.
distant daddy jokes.
I love a voice that's raspy.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is how I describe a voice that I think is sexy. Fucking velvet hot chocolate, mama.
Like gurgling, like they're like chugging chocolate and like.
A voice that I can give you like a hug or like be dangerous, but you're safe.
I feel like that person is leading me
Yes.
into a dark place.
That
Yeah.
sounds like Gollum.
No, literally, it's like Smeagol's Precious right there.
That was not sexy at all.
You like, he's coming here, baby. Come to see my band. Cigarette.
It's like,
Why were they fingering their throat?
Because he has one of those breathing tubes.
yeah, he's closing the tube.
Hey, Allie, come to my show.
Yeah. And he, like, the smoke comes out.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
You might as well pick Gilbert Gottfried as your sexiest voice or whatever.
He sounds more like this.
Yeah, that's true. But there's art. They were saying that lower tones
Yes.
are sexy, even among women. You know, Scarlett Johansson
Absolutely.
has that.
Luann.
No,
Luann
Kristen
de la
Stewart.
Soaps.
I think Kristen Stewart
Oh,
has the
Kristen
sexiest
Stewart.
voice.
Kristen
When she says
Stewart.
something, I want to like slam myself in a doorway.
She sounds like a computer powering
That's
down.
how I get off. I'm like, ah!
Or I picture you like in Pen 15 just rubbing yourself against the closet, like listening to Kristen
All
Stewart.
of the above. I'm like a door frame, like, oh, Kristen Stewart. Come on.
I don't like Scarlett Johansson's voice.
You know?
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, I do. I think it's so sexy.
Yeah.
No,
what,
I
what do you
don't-
think it sounds
That's
like?
his voice,
Imitate it.
I just love deep, like, sexy voices. I have a deep voice.
That sounds like Luann.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Money can't buy you
Luann.
class.
Money can't buy you class.
Whoa, you sounded just like her. Oh my God.
Luann, because she looks like a man.
Look at man, you're like,
Man, the man.
Look at man.
I do love the deep women. I have a deep voice too, and I've had compliments on that.
Right.
That in the morning when it's like, I think it sounds disgusting, people are like, oh, that's so sexy.
We
And then
get
it's-
it. You're in demand.
I know, she does
I
something
cannot
here.
say anything
She's like,
up
in the
here.
morning when I'm in my nightie, a lot of people are like, take off your brassiere.
We're like, okay.
And I'm like, I'm not wearing it.
Whose voice do I like?
Well, we know Barack Obama's voice got Michelle.
Yeah.
Because the first time they met was over the phone.
Yes.
And she was like, damn, this voice.
Oh
You read
my
the book.
God, I love Trump's voice.
No, I mean, he's
Could you
gorgeous.
imagine?
He's gorgeous.
That voice just makes me slide right off the chair.
Yeah, it makes me slide right into a volcano.
Oh my God, that Pence voice.
Oh, Pence.
Oh,
Jared Kushner's voice.
Oh, my-
That was
I've never heard him
that was an unsettling thing because for months we didn't really hear him talk, and when he talked, he sounded like Kermit the Frog, and it was really upsetting.
It was Bar Mitzvah Kid multiplied Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's just
Ivanka
really
has a deeper voice.
anti-Semitic unnecessarily.
oh no, that's
It's bar mitzvah kid voice, a young
No, from
Jewish
SNL.
man.
SNL. I was thinking about SNL characters.
Oh, yeah.
I feel bad that like we think Kermit the Frog's voice isn't sexy because I think personally like he is sexy himself. Like his body is sexy. Like his thin, velvety legs. You could just go like,
Yeah.
and then you work up to his like little bulbous little belly. You're like, he's like so soft. I mean, I've touched him before, and he's
Oh.
just
A real
like,
one?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, like if you're into humping pillows, you're into Kermit the Frog.
Right.
Wow.
Do you guys change your voice at all when you're
Oh
trying
my
to?
God, Sophia Bush.
Oh. Sophia Bush.
She has the best. It's raspy.
Oh my fucking God, are you kidding me? That's the best voice.
You know who has sexy voice?
Don't cry.
This is on brand. Jessica Lange. Jessica Lange is a
yeah,
really
it is on
sexy
brand.
voice. which is that her American Horror Story
I'm
stuff.
so upset about Sophia Bush's voice.
She does have, I think, one of the sexiest
so good. It
voices.
makes me so upset.
Because she sounds like she smokes a pack a day, but I don't think she does.
So are you ever so upset you can't have sex with someone?
Yeah,
Oh,
aw.
yeah.
I'm so upset I can't have sex with her.
Don't worry. Like in the
Why-
future,
why are you ruling that
virtual
out?
reality sex is gonna be bigger, and you can
True.
have sex with anyone you
I wanna
want.
have sex
It'll be
with the
bad.
real one.
But why are you ruling that out? You're 25 years old. You have no idea where life's gonna take you. I feel like
time.
you're being very this hope,
Yeah.
determination. This is what's gonna get us forward in the
I
future.
hope
It's gonna
so.
make
Absolutely.
us win in 2020.
I hope so.
Never doubt that you're valuable and powerful.
I could have sex with Sophia Bush one day.
Good.
Yeah, totally. I believe it.
Believe in your dream. Follow your heart.
Believe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, now it's time for today's guest. LouLou Gonzalez is a multi-talented actress, writer, and comedian who can now be seen on Funny AF. The new stand-up series featuring rising comedians is brought to you by Revolt, a hip-hop culture-oriented digital network founded by Sean Diddy Combs. Here to tell us more is LouLou Gonzalez. Hey, how are you?
Welcome.
I want this dress romper.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
This is amazing.
You have a drink
Welcome.
there, by the way.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Enjoy it.
really
Welcome to
good.
the
Cheers.
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 We like getting our guests
You must
drunk.
look me in my eye when
Yeah.
you cheers.
Yes,
course.
welcome.
Oh,
I got you.
Thank you.
I got
my
you.
mom always does that, and then she'll like last minute look away.
Oh,
And I'm like, no!
your mom's a hater.
And that's why I haven't came in like 20 years.
Bad luck.
Tell your mom. That's the reason why.
No, I tell her every time.
I don't want to
I'm
know
like-
why those two things are related.
I'm not sure
It's
either.
because like if you don't look in the eye,
Bad
it's bad
sex
luck
for
and
7
bad
years.
sex.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys know. Catch up.
Yeah. So tell us what it's like to be a part of the new show, Funny AF.
Oh my God, it's like really dope. Finally, we get like a platform for like us to be like, ourselves, uncensored, and like just talk what we want to talk like. And it's like, it's really like refreshing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it was like a really cool environment, like epic. Like all the comedians that was there was like, oh my God, like this doesn't feel like a first time special for us. It's like, we're like, is this Netflix? Like no, they was like, no, this is Revolt. We're like, no, this is so dope. Like Diddy really like took care of us.
That's great. And how did you get involved in the show?
Honestly, they reached out to me because I, do stand up in LA, and I did Laugh Factory, and a clip of mine from Laugh Factory actually went viral, and then they was like, hey, can you do that joke for us? I was like, sure, yeah, call me, I'll be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was literally just because of the internet, like literally just went viral.
I love the
And
internet.
I know the internet. Sometimes it does you good.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Sometimes not so good, but this time it was a win. It was a win this time. I'll take it.
And the show incorporates stories from like your life, hip hop culture. Like, tell me, like, how do you come up with a stand-up bit when you know you have to include all of these things for the show?
I mean, honestly, like my life is a part of the culture. Everything I do is somewhat tied into my culture. I'm an Army veteran, so a lot of my jokes talk about me being in the military, being a woman in the military. I'm Afro-Latina, so it's like all of that is like just my home. So I literally just talk about like what I'm doing, and it just happens to be within the culture.
Yeah.
So it's kind of easy.
On that note, I think it's so incredible that you were a combat army veteran. I think it's such a cool thing that you're a comedian now. How do you find the funny in what was a very serious job and like incorporate that into your act?
I feel like, look, everything in life, there's funny in everything that you do.
Yeah.
Like you fall, you throw up, you get a baby daddy by accident. It's funny,
happens,
it happens. So it's like, she understands.
It happens.
It happens. Everybody has that friend that's like, damn, what happened? Oh, I got pregnant. Oh, that's happened.
Yeah, it happens.
But it's
tough
like,
pill to swallow.
you gotta find the funny
Sometimes
in
it's
it.
not a pill. Meet Sarah. She's 7. Sometimes shit happens.
Sometimes you gotta swallow the pill, you know?
Plan B.
But you have to find the humor in your everyday life to make life a little bit more enjoyable. So I was in the military. I was a combat engineer. I saw combat, and I was the one person that would try to keep the morale up. You know, like I'm the class clown for the military. So it was like just trying to find like little things to give us humor. Like I would always like break out in song and dance or do parodies of my own, and just try to keep the troops like
I love that.
a little entertained. I got in trouble a lot.
I'm sure, right?
A lot, but I was like, I think I should do something with this.
Yeah, when the combat, like, I'm making these soldiers laugh. I can make them laugh. Maybe I should do stand-up.
I was like, these guys with guns is easy to make laugh.
Yeah, these like white guys, with machine guns, like they're cracking up. Yeah, might as well.
I was like, I could do this on the road. This could be fun.
You have captivated millions of people on social media. I've seen your videos on social media. I just watched the Django one. I think it's so funny.
you.
How did you get started with sketch and then also with sketch comedy, but then also started like writing for social media stuff? Like what goes into those videos that you make?
Oh, honestly, I started with King Batch, Andrew Bachelor. He's now like all over Netflix. He's taken over the internet. It was literally like he called me. This was like when Vine first started. I don't know if you guys remember Vine.
Yeah.
Well,
R.I.P.
6-second life, you know?
Right.
And he was like, hey, come over. I'm doing Vine. Have you ever heard of it? Like, just give it a try. I was like, what the hell is Vine? And he's like, trust me, it's 6 seconds. We got this. And literally went over there one day. We shot one video. And then after that, it was like, all right, cool. This is like an everyday thing now. So we would meet up like every day just to like brainstorm ideas and like create things for 6 seconds. And after Vine came Instagram, where we got 15 seconds, then 30 seconds. So it's like your brain gets to like be more creative with the time that you get. And it's literally like a family. So it's like, hey, I got an idea. What you think about this? And somebody else is like, well, how about you do this? And how about you do this? And you literally get like a collaborative group effort to make like something funny for 15, 30 seconds.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Now's a minute, right?
Yeah, now it's a minute.
That's
Like,
like
woo!
a movie.
Woo. But now with IGTV, we get the luxury of saying,
Right.
hey, I'm funny in a minute, but check me out in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like, there's no time limit on IGTV.
Right.
So that's like a beauty for us. Like,
And despite your busy schedule, I just heard you got a degree in screenwriting from the New York Film Academy.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
you.
Going back to school, getting a degree, and you've written a couple pilots, I think.
Yes.
So what's happened like?
I've written a couple pilots. I've written a screenplay, and right now I'm in production with BET. I'm doing my own digital series.
Oh my God, incredible!
So,
yeah.
Thank you. I'm writing 2 new series for BET. I took a year off from stand-up. I took a year off from Instagram, and I was like, you know what? I'm not getting the auditions I want, and I'm not getting the roles I want, and I'm not being seen how I want to be seen. So I was like, this is the time for me to create my own content for women that look like me, who sound like me, who act like me, for people who understand how I act. Here's your introduction to me,
Right.
and other girls who look like me. So I literally just took time off, and I was like, I'm writing, and New York Film Academy is very gruesome. It's very hard. It's very like in your face. I'm doing 10-hour days, 6 days a week for an entire year, just like focused on writing. So it was literally like an eye-opening experience. But you know, they always say, you know, you do the work and you get the rewards later. So this year I was actually able to write on the BET Awards. I was the only female on the BET Awards writing staff. So like, I was like there, Who else is here with a brawn? Nobody? Just me? Okay, cool. So it was like, you know, very like, you know, woman empowerment moment, like, oh, we can be funny, because we always get the stigma that women can't be funny.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're just as funny as you guys.
Well, especially women of
Funnier.
especially women of color. I mean, we've
Yeah.
seen that with Issa Rae. We were just talking about the Black Lady sketch show coming on HBO. So does that give you hope that, you know, your content will finally be seen and heard by a BET audience and a wider audience as well?
Like, we finally get to be mainstream, you know? And it's like, thanks to the women like Tiffany Haddish and Issa Rae who open up boxes for us to be able to be like, hey, there's also a LouLou Gonzalez. Like, you know, because a lot of people don't understand about Afro-Latinas. Like, in New York, people get it, but outside of New York, people are like, what is that? Like, what are you? And I have to explain and break it down. And like, you know what? I'm gonna just write a show about it.
Watch it.
I'm gonna watch it, because I'm tired of telling y'all every week what I am. So I was like, let me just like put that out there. And then as soon as I started to put that out there, there's so many other little girls that's like, oh my God, I'm from Panama, I'm from Colombia, I'm from here. And we never have anybody who we can identify with. So that's like, you know, doing this whole writing thing was like super important. I was like, I want to be able to tell a story from my perspective that other girls can relate to.
I can't wait to watch all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Girl, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
it sounds
so
amazing.
cool. Like seeing you on social media, like it's awesome, but like you never know what's happening in the background. Like I wouldn't know that you were the only female writer for the award show. Like that is so impactful and so huge and so fucking cool that I'm like, I'm so impressed. That's awesome. And thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome. And actually, I was just talking about my biggest like moment like for the BET Awards was I actually got to write Rihanna's speech that she gave to Mary J. Blige.
Excuse me?
I wrote that.
I just had a heart attack.
I wrote that.
I mean, maybe just look straight into camera and say that again, because I just want us to all feel it.
I wrote that. The speech that Rihanna gave to Mary J. Blige.
Married. Oh.
That is Wow.
You're welcome.
I mean, okay, legendary.
We're done.
You're done.
Yeah, we really
I
are.
mean, mic drop, you're done.
But no, there's more. You're doing so much more that we have more questions to ask you because you are busy.
I'm very busy.
Speaking of BT, you are in games people play,
Yes.
and that's more dramatic. So what's your experience doing that? Like, is it more challenging than comedy? You feel like you're naturally just hilarious. So does it take a little bit more to be serious?
Well, actually, I started out in drama. I started out in theater. I was doing theater here in New York, and I was like, I'm gonna be a serious actress. I was like, I'm gonna be on Law and Order SVU. You know, like.
With Mariska, yeah.
Yeah, I'm arrest people, like lock them up. Like this is like, you know.
Arrest me.
Yeah. Like this is my thing, right? And then the more I would do drama, everybody's like, you're great at drama. You're amazing. But then like, it would be like, cut. And then as soon as it's cut, I'm like cracking jokes. And I'm like playing around. So like what games people play is like, the whole show is like, it's a drama, it's a thriller, it's a mystery. But when I came on set, they were like, hey, just like, you know, do what you do. And I was like, oh, you want me to be funny? And it was like, yeah, just sprinkle in the little jokes here and there, like do a little improv. So it was like, I still had like serious moments and lines, but it was still like, I get to be like the witty friend, the little comical friend. So even within doing drama, they still want me to be like a little bit funny. But then it was like, deliver your lines, like show your eyes. I was like, all right, bro, I know how to do this.
No, again, it's like the best of both worlds. You're like basically Hannah Montana.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Both worlds.
I like
It's
that.
amazing.
Better wigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, way better wig.
True.
Yeah. She only had one. It was kind of boring.
It was trash.
Yeah. It wasn't good. It wasn't
It
good.
was trash.
And you also have a partnership campaign with Jack in the Box.
Yes.
And you get to make fun videos for them. So tell us more about that.
Oh yeah, see, I don't know, like New York doesn't have Jack in the Box, right?
I know, but
So-
I've been there. Those tacos for like, you get, when I'm broke, I go to Jack in the Box and get like
She
a bunch
knows.
of tacos for like $1.
You get
So
two tacos
delicious.
for $1, and that
Yeah.
actually that commercial, I actually got to write that commercial for Jack in the Box. Which
Right?
is
Everything.
That's what I'm saying.
so
I
important.
take ownership in everything that I do because it's like I never want to be in a situation where I'm uncomfortable or I don't feel like this doesn't represent me. And it's like you really have to take ownership in your brand. Like everybody is a brand. Everybody's a walking brand. And whatever you put out there is what people are going to receive. So when they asked me to do the Jack in the Box commercial, I was like, I would love to do Jack in the Box. And I was like, but can I create the content? And they were like, sure, go ahead. And like literally I'm on set talking to the director, like, no, that whole shot, I was like, I need you to pull out wider. And I'm like in the bubble bath and I'm getting out the bubble bath, looking at the screen. And it was like, they let me really just like take
Damn.
control. And
Jack
like,
in the Box is where it's at.
I love Jack,
Seriously.
and I actually like the food, so I was like, I
Win-win.
will endorse you. Give me the tacos.
We also love your tacos here, Jack.
yeah, we all love your tacos. Jack in the Box.
That is so cool. Seriously, that's so rare that the like brands or anyone would give you that much creative control, and I think that's just a real like a comment to you and just how talented you are. Because a lot of people would be like, no, we're gonna put you on camera,
Yeah.
but we're gonna decide the shots. So like, you are very powerful.
I mean, but that closed mouths don't get fed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't speak up for yourself, nobody's gonna listen to you. So I would literally be on set, be like, I have a question. Can we not do that and do what I want to do?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, whatever makes you. Jack in the Box is really big on you being comfortable because they want you to be comfortable as they're selling their brand. Like they don't want to force anything on you. They're like, we don't want anything to feel forced. So like the first commercial I did with them was kind of like edgy because I literally wrote all of it and then I just filmed it and sent it to them. And it was like, literally I was like a little nervous. I was like, oh, they might not like me. And then I was like, screw it. I don't care if you don't like me. I
Right.
think it's funny.
I love that.
And ever since then, they've just been rocking with me. So kudos to Jack in the Box for trusting me.
It sounds like you've done the work to find your voice and to be your authentic self. That's not easy for a lot of people. So what advice do you have for up-and-coming stand-ups or comedians or actors? Just them like being true to who they are, because that's easier said than done for a lot of people.
It is easier said than done. I'm still finding my voice.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for saying that. It sounds like I found my
You
voice.
do.
But I'm still finding new things about me, you know, that I like about myself that I want other people to see. Because sometimes you like something about yourself, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna share it to the world. I'm gonna just keep it to myself. But like, learn how to express yourself and give yourself. And be okay with whatever you put out there. Like, start to not care.
Yeah.
I think when you start to not care and like enjoy yourself, so many other things will happen.
Yeah.
Like, I like me. I now like me. And I love everything that I'm doing. Before, I was like, I don't know if I like myself.
Well, we like you too.
We love
you.
you.
Love
We
Yeah.
love you.
Is it the drinks or that you really like me?
No, we really love you.
No.
It's real.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, of course. Thanks, guys.
You can check out Funny AF on Revolt Wednesdays at 10 p.m. starting July 10th. That's all from us. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same table.